Hello students. So topic for today's lecture is structured query language, that is SQL. It is for grade 12th. Subject is information technology and subject code is 802. The topics we will be covering in this lecture are SQL and SQL commands. SQL stands for structured query language, and we use this language to communicate with a database. For example, we communicate with each other with the help of a language like Hindi, English, or any other language according to the location of the person from where they belongs to, and they use that language for communicating with each other. Similarly, in this way, we human beings communicate with computer system, the language which is understood by the computer system. So for the database, for maintaining the data in a database, we communicate with it using a language called structured query language. Relational model database like Oracle, Sybase, Microsoft SQL Server, Access, etc. These all database use the structured query language for retrieving the data, for updating the data, or performing any task. According to American National Standard Institute, it is the standard language for relational database management systems. It also has the concept of DDL and DML. DDL stands for Data Definition Language. It means it is for the designing the structure and constraints to data in a database. And then there is DML, that is data manipulation language. It means for manipulating, for changing, like for updation, deletion. We use the data manipulation language, that is the SQL commands or the query. The SQL commands we will be studying in this lecture are create table command, drop table command, alter table command, insert command, update command, delete command, select command. Before going through the SQL commands, firstly we will understand the concept of data type. So data type is very essential in any language as it defines the type of data we have to enter. So the data type includes, first is char. It means fixed length character string, and n is the number of characters. In example, you can see char with 5. It means that it will consist of 5 characters. Then there is varchar. It is variable character, and n is the maximum number of characters in the string. Here you can see the example like Vijay Kumar. In Vijay and Kumar there is space. So in char you use the same space between the characters, but in varchar we can change it. Date. Data type is used for format of date. Here in example you can see. Then there is integer. We use this data type for numeric, for the numbers. In example you can see here numbers are written. Then there is decimal. For floating digits or the decimal digits, we use this data type decimal. In example you can see here decimal 5,2. So 5 represent the total digits, total number of digits, and 2 represents the where we should place the decimal. So now there is create database. Firstly, for creating the table, firstly we have to create the database. So the command we use it, create database, and the name of the database. Here the name of the database is school, and at the end of the statement you will use semicolon. So once the database is created, you can check it in the list of databases with the help of show databases command. Here you can see create database school. After creating it, show databases, and here you can see the school performance schema school test. After that, if you want to remove any database, for removing you will use drop database command. Here you can see the command drop database and name of the database. After that, next step is to tell the server which database we will use for further statements. Like if you have created number of databases, then out of that which you want to access for further statements, for that you will use this command. Now it comes to that how you create table in a database. So for that the command is create table and name of the table. Here the name of the table is teacher. After that you will create different attributes with the data type. Here you can see teacher ID, it is the name of the attribute, and along with it you will write the data type, that is integer. Similarly, first name and data type is varchar, and 20 is the number of characters you can add. Last name, its data type is also varchar. Gender, we have taken it as char. Salary, it will be in it can be in decimal, so we have taken the decimal data type. Date of birth, as it is date, so data type is date. Department number will be integer, so data type is integer. So like this you will create the table. And if you want to show this table, then you will use the command show tables. Show tables command is it will display all the tables created in the current database. Okay. Next is drop table command. So drop is used for removing, or you can say for deleting the table. So for this you will first see the tables, because firstly you will see that which table you want to delete. So with the show tables you will see that, and after that you will apply the command, you will write the command drop table and the name of the table. So here drop table, name of the table is department. Here it is written, you can see that cannot delete or update a parent row. For it is because if you have used any table as a reference to another table, like you have applied the foreign key constraint, so you can't remove this table. That's why it's showing that cannot delete or update a parent row. For this, if you have used drop table department cascade, it means that you will remove all the constraint along with that table. But again you can see that here it is the error, cannot delete or update a parent row, a foreign key constraint fails. It is because you have used this table as a reference to another table. That's why you are not able to delete it. Okay. If you have not taken that table as a reference table to another table, you can delete it with the simple command drop table and the name of the table. Here you can see drop table teacher. So it has been deleted. Then drop table department. Okay, so in this way you can use the drop table command. Next is alter table command. So alter means to add something, to delete something from the table. So for adding a column, if you have created a table of teacher, then you have to now add any new column or attribute. Okay, so how you will add it? You will write the command alter table, then name of the table, and as you have to add a column, then you will use add name of the attribute and the data type, then semicolon. So this is for adding a column. Now dropping a column means to delete or removing the table. So like previously we have gone through the syntax. Similarly here you will see first alter table, table name, drop, then department number, that this is the attribute, and cascade. So if you have written this cascade, it means that the constraints along with this attribute will also be removed. This will drop the department number column in the teacher table, and it would also drop the foreign key constraint as it uses this column. As stated earlier, restrict and cascade options are not spotted in MySQL Server 5.6.20. Hence, it will not allow to drop a column if it is referenced anywhere else. So, if you are using this server 5.6.20, it will show you the error if you are using any column as a foreign key. So, for this, you will use alter table teacher drop age. The MySQL command to drop age column from teacher is alter table teacher drop and age. Age means name of the attribute. Now comes to altering a column. A column definition can be altered. For example, dropping the default value or defining a new default value. It means that once you have created a table and you have assigned it a default value. So in the teacher table, the default value of salary is 40,000, and now you have to change this default value. So for this, you will use the command that is alter table, table name, alter salary, drop default. It means that the 40,000 salary which you were using earlier, you have to remove that. For that, you will use drop. Alter table teacher, alter salary, set default 30,000. Means once you have removed, after removing the default value 40,000, you have set the default value as 30,000. So like this you can alter a column. Now dropping keys means if you have applied foreign key, primary key or any of the key. Now how you can remove that? For that you will use alter table, name of the table, drop foreign key and the name of the attribute. Adding a constraint. Now how you can add again constraint on that column? So for this you will write alter table, name of the table, add constraint, name of the attribute, foreign key means name of the key, then at which attribute you have to apply it. You will write this thing over here. References, as you are using foreign key, so references, department ID, on delete set null, on update set null. Then there is insert table command. If you want to insert any tuple, then you will use this command. Okay, so for this the syntax is table is already created, you have to insert. So insert into teacher, name of the table is teacher. Then values 101 Shania Batra, female, 50,000, date of birth, and this is ID. So these values you will add according to the name of the attributes only. Another form to insert is insert into teacher. Firstly, you will describe all the name of the attribute in a sequence. First name, last name, gender, teacher ID, date of birth, department number and salary. According to this sequence of the attributes, you will add the values to new tuple. That is Shania Batra, female, 101, date of birth 1 and 50,000. Now note that the values entered are ordered with respect to the attributes mentioned. This thing, if an attribute value is not explicitly specified, its default value is used. If default value is also not specified, then null value is used. Thus in the above example, if salary was not specified in the insert command, then its default value, that is 40,000 as given in the table creation command, would have been used as shown below. Means if you have not given the salary, if you have not mentioned the salary, then it will pick the default value, that is 40,000. Next is update table command. So for this the expression you can write update teacher, set salary equals to 50,000, where teacher ID equals to 101. Means you have to set this, you have to update the salary, means you have to change the salary of any of the teacher. You will use it the teacher ID, as teacher ID is unique. So you have used here that set salary equals to 55,000, means the teacher whose ID is 101, then his or her salary will be updated to 55,000. And for this we can also have an algebraic expression in the set clause. Suppose it is required to increase the salary of a teacher Shania by 5,000. So the command we can also write like update teacher, name of the table name of the table, then set salary equals to salary plus 5,000. Salary means like her salary is 50,000. You have to add 5,000 more to make it 55. Okay. So you have set that salary. Where teacher name equals to Shania, it means that the name of the teacher is Shania and her salary will be incremented by 5,000. So like this you can update the table. Then there is delete table command. If you want to delete any of the attribute from the table, you will use the delete. From where you have to delete? So delete from name of that table and where teacher ID equals to 101, means it will delete the attribute. If you will not define the attribute, then it will delete the complete table. So you have to define it. This is the very important thing to define, that what you want to delete, otherwise it will delete the complete table. Then there is select table command. If you want to select any of the attribute, then how you will do that? Select attribute list, means if there is teacher table, in attribute list you will define all the name of the attributes from table list where the condition you will apply. So the basic structure of select command comprises of the keyword select. You will use the keyword followed by the attribute list. Attribute list, and attribute list you will separate it by comma, means if there are more than one attribute like teacher name, teacher ID, so you will separate it with the help of comma, like teacher name comma teacher ID and so on. Followed by from clause, this one, followed by table name, and lastly an optional where clause which is followed by a condition, that can be boolean expression or another select command that identifies the tuple to be selected. So like this you can create the commands with the help of SQL, and you can update, delete, or you can perform any task on the database. So in next video we will study about the next topic. Till then, have a nice day and thank you.